What's going on, my friends? Welcome to episode 13 of the Get Your Game On podcast, bringing you the hottest takes, latest stories, and spicy picks surrounding New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national, and international sports. Hosted by yours truly, Grassani, joined as always by Michael Cunningham, Alex Reich, David Hiller, Chris Kern, and Marcellus Murdock. Listen to the podcast right now on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. Also be sure to follow us on Twitter at GetYourGameOnP. With all that said, it's time to get your game on.
Cracking, my boys.
All right, welcome back.
Let's get it.
Another day, another episode.
Yes, sir.
Before we get it started, we have some unfortunate, little bit of unfortunate programming news. Chris, you mind taking it away?
Yeah, so I will be missing Thursdays and most likely Sundays shows. Oh, sorry, it would be Friday and Monday when we release them, but we record the day before. So I'll be missing both the next two shows because I'm going to actually meet a friend that I've never met in person before in Illinois, and it's going to be a good time, but unfortunately I'll have to miss the shows because of that.
Yeah, I mean, again, Chris, we're happy for you. We really hope we have a great time. And we thank you for letting us. We thank you for definitely letting us know in advance. Yeah, it definitely helps us plan the shows accordingly. Like, anyone else have anything to say?
Chris, will you be in our prayers, brother? Have fun in Chicago. Don't eat deep dish pizza.
What?
Don't eat no deep dish pizza.
I'm not actually going to Chicago, but I would love me some deep dish pizza.
Chris, go to a White Sox game.
Yeah, be safe out there, Chris. For real, be safe out there.
Go to a Cubs game.
I mean, if I had $250 for a ticket, sure.
Chris, you rich. What are you talking about? I'm messing with you.
All right. So we're about to dive in right here, and I apologize if I'm about to get into a little, I don't know, I was thinking a little ranty mood.
We're in a very ranty mood today.
I'm a little, anger.
No, that's not the appropriate word. That's not the appropriate. I'm more pissed off.
I'm just gonna sit back and listen to you two and let Adam keep going.
Okay. Chris knows what's coming. Chris knows what's coming. David, do you know what's coming? Alex knows what's coming. Marcellus, I'm pretty sure knows what's coming. Michael definitely knows what's coming.
We gotta do it, brother. We gotta do it together, Adam. We gotta do this thing together.
No, Michael, give me the floor. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Michael. I'm gonna take the floor. Then I'm gonna hand the floor over to you. But I need to vent for about a couple of minutes here. So you guys know we're talking baseball. You guys know what team we're talking about. We're talking about the unfortunate, depressing start that the New York Yankees have gone off to the 2021 season. The New York Yankees right now are 5-10 in their first 15 games of the season. They just recently got swept by Tampa Bay Rays, and before that, they lost 2 out of 3 to Toronto Blue Jays, and then even before that, I believe they lost 2 out of 3 to the Tampa Bay Rays again. So the New York Yankees have been playing awful baseball from top to bottom.
Uh-huh.
I mean, really, like among you could look at all of throughout the entire roster, entire lineup. Like aside from 2, maybe 3 players, no one else everyone else has really disappointed. Garrett Cole has been a stud. I'll give. Now he's been bright spot to this team. As we predicted, we expected Garrett Cole to be like the ace of the staff, and guess what? He is. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball. Aside from that, everyone else in the rotation hasn't been good. Corey Kluber had a good first opening day start. He stunk last 2 starts.
Mm-hmm.
Jameson Taillon, you can make the same thing. I believe he hasn't been impressive. Jordan Montgomery has had a couple of nice starts. I mean, I'll give Jordan Montgomery a bit of slack because he has, even when he has had his best stuff, he still managed to give you 5 some solid length and and keep the score down. But other than that, the rotation has disappointed. And don't even get me started on the lineup and defense. Oh, I'll get into the defense later, but the lineup. aside from Aaron Judge, who's had a couple big games, he had, I believe, had a 2-homer game, like in the Toronto series. Like, no one else is playing up to their potential. You can argue that Aaron Judge has disappointed in some areas. I'm not gonna get on Aaron Judge too much because he has been, I believe, the Yankees' best hitter so far, and he is the overall best player on the team. There are these past couple of games, he's had opportunities to get big hits and win his team some games, and he hasn't done that. And guess what? And that's been the entire team. DJ Mayo has been hitting 270, 280. Now, for most players, we would look at that and say, okay, that's pretty good. That's not as bad. DJ Mayo should be hitting 300 in his sleep. So he's been a disappointment. Don't even get me started on the rest of the guys. Giancarlo Stanton, yeah, he hit a homer today. Big whoop. He's still getting off to a very cold start. Gleyber Torres, who I love, has been like we all know he's bad defensively. We all know that, but he hasn't been good offensively either. Like, message to Gleyber Torres, we would be able to put up with your crappy defense if you were actually producing offensively like you did in 2018 and 2019. Aaron Hicks, don't even get me started on how bad Aaron Hicks has been. Both why is he hitting 3-0? Like that's a discussion we're gonna have for another time about why in the world Aaron Hicks is hitting 3-0. And that's another thing. Defense. This defense is crap. I'm just gonna say it right now. This defense is anyone who's watching the on a consistent basis knows how bad like this defense has been. Like, not just Gleyber Torres, who we all know is like a question mark at shortstop. Not just Gary Sanchez, who's been a question mark at catcher. The whole team has been bad defensively. Gio Urshela has made a couple of errors, like both at shortstop at their base. Aaron Hicks, don't even get me started. Like, oh my God, we all thought like Aaron Hicks in the past has always been a solid defender at center field. In 2020 and especially 2021, he's been bad defensively. That's all I'm gonna say. You saw he misplayed not one but 2 ground balls in the loss today or yesterday or yesterday when you're listening to this podcast. He misplayed 2 lazy ground balls, and oh my God, I'm about to lose it. But before I hand the floor over to the rest of you, Michael, I can already hear a bunch of comments about all the pom-pom Yankee fans like, Adam, calm down. It's only the middle of April. There's still time to turn it around. And to that, my friend, I say, you are correct. It is still April. It's only 15 games into the season. The Yankees have 147 more games to go. So could the Yankees turn this thing? Could the Yankees turn this thing around? Absolutely. In fact, you almost expect them to turn around. But to see the way they played, this as far as to see how bad they played, this far is just really depressing. I'm just gonna show you. Let's sink in. Do you guys know where the Yankees are right now in the American League? Their record is they are dead last in the American League, and in all Major League Baseball, they are the second. They have the second worst record out of. They are in second to last place in all Major League Baseball.
I mean, that's not good for us.
That's all I really. That's all I really have to say for now. I mean, someone else take the floor. Go ahead.
I got something to say. I've been a Yankee fan all my life. And this is hard for me, not us being at the bottom of the league. We have never been in the bottom of the league. We've been in the middle or in the wild card race every season. Mm-hmm. We always had the best team. We always had great players. We always had, for example, from the Garretts to the Roots to the Mantles to the DiMaggios to the Jeters to the Bernie Williams to the Paul O'Neills. The Hall of Fame list can go on. I think Aaron Boone, who I think is probably a great manager and a great coach. Adam, I know you're gonna disrespect this. I think DJ LeMay, you should be hitting better, honestly.
Oh, without a doubt.
MVP caliber player should be at least batting average should be at least 310 or 320.
Well, I mean, batting average isn't as important as it used to be. But for a player like DJ LeMay, You should either be hitting over 300 or you should be hitting like 30 plus home runs. Yeah, so that's I believe what elite players do. They're either hitting a bunch of home runs or they're hitting for a high average.
Honestly, I know we're in April. We get that. But baseball goes quickly. You'll be surprised. If you keep losing and thinking, oh, like people should stop thinking about the damn money and start focusing about the love of the game. That's what we go to the pros, just because of the love of the game and then the money. And then you get the women. You gotta play good to get the money and the women. You gotta play good. And I know this is a podcast about sports, but we gotta start playing better. We've never been this bad. Because I'm sick and tired of Phillies fans and Royals fans on this podcast to be rubbing in my Yankees face, and I can't deal with that. Because I'm the me and a certain guy by the name of Adam Grassani, we know him for winning, baby. Am I right, Adam?
Well, I mean that's exactly what's been so disappointing. It's not just the fact that the New York Yankees having a bad idea. It's not just the fact. It's not just the fact. This Yankees team was expected. They were expected to at least get to, if not win the World Series. That's been the expectation for the Yankees this year. The expectation for this team is World Series or bust. And to see them get off to this dreadful start, it's really disappointing. Now, again, only 15 games. They could easily turn it around. But if I'm Aaron Boone, the Yankees, if I'm the Yankees right now, it's time to start showing a sense of urgency. You cannot let let this drought continue any longer. You gotta start putting winning some games. You gotta start putting together some winning streaks, and it needs to start right now. Because if it doesn't start right now, then when is it gonna start? Art.
Middle of the season, and that'll be back.
Exactly. By the time the Yankees got get going, they might dig themselves so too big of a hole they might not be able to dig out. That's a possibility right now. With how bad this team has started, forget winning the World Series. With how bad they started right now, if this continues, come October, the Yankees might be fighting for a DLF to get a playoff spot if this continues. And you mentioned Aaron Boone, and I gotta get on Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone, I've always been a fan of him personally. He seems like a wonderful guy, great family man. He's always seemed like a very charismatic guy. But I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. During his time with the Yankees, 2 out of his 3 years, I was not impressed with him. I was not impressed with him in 2018 because in 2018, if you remember, during the end of the season, the team looked very lackadaisical, both on the field, on the field. It seemed it's really seemed like he the team didn't really have a pulse on him. It felt like they were too lax. Now in 2019, he was phenomenal. I'll give him that. In 2019, in my opinion, he should have won AL Manager of the Year with the way of how the entire team, was injured, and you had the basically, and then the whole next man up mentality came in. He was phenomenal. In 2019, keeping that team afloat. But in 2020, that team nearly missed the playoffs last year. That team was, if you remember, I believe it was in the middle of September. That team was fighting for. That team was barely clinging on to the AC. So 2 out of his first 3 years, Aaron Boone, in my opinion, has not gotten the absolute most out of his club as he used to, and that's what we're seeing right now. I don't think Aaron Boone is getting enough out of this club. If we want to talk about managers being on the hot seat, I'll tell you this right now. If the Yankees, if God forbid the Yankees don't make the playoffs, if God forbid that happens, or they get bounced out of the wild card game or division round, I think Aaron Boone is gone. I think he would have to go after that. That would be completely unacceptable, in my opinion.
But here's the thing, you got the best team on paper, but it develops how you win in championships. I'm gonna bring it to another sport. I remember in the NBA, the Lakers, the 03-04 Lakers had the best team. They had Kobe, Shaq, Carmelo, and Gary Payton, and they lost to the Pistons in the finals. But however, that's why it's like the team that has the best best work ethic and overall could be better talent any day, in my opinion. Whoever has the best working drive and the best hard work in practice. Because if you play crappy in practice, you're gonna play crappy in games. It's 100%. All coaches live by that, and all players live by that. It's a sports code. Practice
no doubt.
Practice your ass off in practice, and bomb in games, and like bomb your ass off in games. That's what the Yankees should start doing. Go back to the fundamentals, the basics.
I definitely think this team needs to go back to the fundamentals because we all know like how analytic for the games are coming. I'm all for analytics. I believe they play a major role in the game, but at some point you risk like steering too far from the fundamentals, and I fear we might be seeing that under Aaron Boone and the Yankees. Like we see too many lackadaisical plays like in the field. Like we're seeing too many wasted opportunities like at the play. I think this team like needs to hit the reset button on their season, and they need to do it fast if they don't want their season to get out of control. Marcellus, Chris, Alex, David, me and Mike have been talking about this. So if I wanted to open the floor to you guys.
I mean, I don't think you guys can really panic the first 15 games of the season, the long season.
I don't know if they necessarily need to panic, but I'm not saying they need to panic, but this star is concerning. Here's another reason why this star is concerning. Like all the concerns that we've had like about this team coming into the season, the things that they might kept them back from making a World Series run. Really, all of them are like not looking good. Like obviously, Gleyber Torres has not been good at shortstop. The rotation like behind Garrett Cole has been suspect. What else? Like what else? Like a lot of the concerns that we had coming into the season are really their ugly head in the first 15 games. And again, getting back to the I want to say something on the lineup quick. Aaron Hicks needs to be out of the 3-0. Like I like Aaron Hicks personally as a player. Like he's great at getting on base. He's a walk machine, but I do not like him hitting in the 3-0. Like his bat, in my opinion, like is not dangerous enough to where I feel comfortable with him in the 3-0. I think he needs to be like a 6 type of hole. I think he needs to be hitting like 6 in New York going forward. And I think I just think he needs to be hitting 6 in New York. But here's one more problem. There's another problem. Is like if we're moving Aaron Hicks out of the 3-0, who are you moving into the 3-0? Who really deserves right now to be the 3-0 for the Yankees? The answer is no one. No one. Like really, the entire lineup has a something, and that's another thing that I think will eventually turn around. I think there's just too much talent on this team. Like they're not going to hit this poorly throughout the entire year. I would be shocked. I think Gleyber Torres will eventually get going. I think Giancarlo Stanton will eventually get going. I think Clint Frazier. I think DJ May will improve. I think Aaron Judge will. I think Aaron Judge will still will continue to be one of the best players in baseball. So I definitely think their offense will improve, but I definitely think the team will improve. But it needs to happen soon. That's all. I mean, Chris, you got anything to say?
So you kind of hit on it. I kind of agree with Marcellus. You definitely can't panic, but again, all the stuff you guys talked about was definitely accurate and definitely something that they have to think about still. But again, it's mid-April. As much as it sucks to start this bad, you can't overreact to it. So you just got to hope they can turn it around and get some confidence going. You can't
overreact, but you can't underreact.
Oh, definitely.
Because you say right now,
there's definitely a little bit of stock in this still.
You can say, it's the middle of April. Well, what happens 2 weeks from now when the Yankees are if they continue this place and they're at 10-20?
Oh, then it's bad. It's really bad. So I definitely get your point.
So they need to start turning this thing around ASAP.
Let me say something real quick. I don't necessarily think it will be bad. Like I said, the season is long. I mean, it's okay to get to a rough start, but I mean, it's all about how you finish. You know what I mean? So a quick turnaround. Again, 7 to 10 games.
Now it'll be okay if they got to. Here's the thing right now. we could easily be looking back in September. The Yankees are at the top of the American League, and we look back, oh, that 15. Remember that 5 and 10 start? You know, I mean, we could all laugh at it, but right now in the moment, like all I'll say is that things need to turn around. Now, I want to give a shout out to a very great follow on Twitter. You guys ever hear of Katie Sharp?
Yeah.
Of John Boy Media? She's an excellent statistician. He's an excellent statistician she previously was worked at Talking Yankees. John Boy Media. She's currently working at Stat Head. So she does a lot of great baseball statistical research content, and I asked her how many MLB teams at KT Shop on Twitter. I asked her how many Major League Baseball teams started like their season 5-0 and went on to actually win the World Series. Can you guys take a guess how many?
4.
You hit it right on the head, Michael. Michael, were you cheating? Did you see the tweet?
I didn't.
All right, so Michael, you are psychic. So Mike hit the head right on the head. So 14 started. So according to eShop, 4 teams have started like their season 5 or 10 or worse and went on to win the World Series. Those teams are 1914 Braves,
The Angels and Twins as well.
the 1979 Pittsburgh Pirates, the 1991 Twins, and most recently
the 2002 Los Angeles NMI Angels.
Yeah, so it has been done before. Teams have like gone off to these bad starts and went on to make a run at the World Series. So still, again, the Yankees can't assume that's going to happen to them. They need to start showing some urgency, and their bats need to come alive. They need to start playing better defense, and their rotation needs to start pitching better. Bottom line, the Yankees need to start playing better right now because if they don't, and this season turns out to be a disaster, then we are going to be looking at one crazy and really like crazy off season. So I mean, Alex, David, you guys have anything to say?
What's not like Alex talk because he's gonna talk hella crap. Nope.
Let him talk, Michael. Let him talk.
Just looking at your schedule, it looks like you guys have a soft upcoming schedule with Atlanta, and then Cleveland, and then Baltimore. So
wait, they're playing Atlanta?
Yeah, starting Tuesday.
Oh man, that's so. If anything, that makes it worse. I mean, the Braves have gone off to a good start here, but they were my pick to win the World Series. The Braves are a really good team, so they have two. They have 2 games at home against the Braves. All I have to say is like with the way they're playing now, just don't get swept. That's all I have to say. Just don't get swept. Don't just win like one of those 2 games.
Find a way to split those.
And then they have the Indians who are a decent team, but I still think that they should win 2 out of those 4 games. Then they finally catch Rick. Then they have the Orioles and they have the Tigers. So but bottom line is they need to start winning some games. They need to get on a hot streak. They need to I remember like in 2018 they kind of got off to a slow start. Then they won like 18 of like 19 games or something like that. They need to go on that type of run where they go on this massive hot streak. They've put themselves in a situation where they need to go like on a big time run, and that's unfortunately the cost of like getting off to a slow start is that you put yourself in a situation where you need to get hot, and that's what Yankees need to do right now. They need to get hot. So David, we need to get to you guys go quickly, and then we'll move on.
Yeah. As a baseball fan, I was going to say that Yankees had a lot of good year. Like I give them credit. Like I remember growing up 2000s and 2010s, but I would say let's just see but the plan as a team, see if they can fix the problems, and then from there it'd be easier for them to figure it out. Then as a team in the clubhouse.
I mean, I definitely get your point, David. The Yankees we all know the history surrounding the Yankees, but it would let me explain, David. if this team was like supposed to be like a rebuilding year, like let's say if they got to this site at the start, let's say in 2017, like remember, because that team was supposed to be like rebuilding. It was supposed to be a rebuilding year for the Yankees. It would still be disappointing, but we'd be like, oh, it's a rebuilding year. Like they were supposed to start us off right. This team's expected to win a World Series. This team's expected to at least go to, if not win the World Series. That's been the expectation, like for his team. So that's what makes this cold start that much more disheartening. I mean, that's all I really gotta say about the Yankees right now. We'll definitely talk talk about the Yankees in a future episode. Trust me on that. Depending how things go, but that's all I really have to say on them for now. So now we're gonna move on to Mike's hot take. Michael Cunningham, take it away.
You know what? You know what? AG, yo, Rich to go, CK, David and Cuzzle. You know, I've really been thinking about this hot take. You know what? We're gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it out of baseball land today, if y'all don't mind.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say why Stephen A. Smith is the best journalism, and is the best. Why College Game Day has the best reporters in college history every Saturday, college football wise. If y'all don't mind.
I don't mind. Go ahead.
Here's why I love College Game Day. I remember a certain idiot on this podcast with me. I'm not going to mention his name. Will watch it with me from 9 to 12 every Saturday. Remember those days, boy? And we'll watch it repetitively. And here's the thing, because you have 4 guys, actually, 5 guys. You got Bear, you got Desmond, you got Kirk, and you got Lee, and the guy that hosted don't count. He ain't that important. He's Adam. Point is, you have guys that love the game of football and like love all college sports. You have like the 5 best. They always like being a good time. How get your game on is the best for us. You know what I mean? We're just 6 dudes that love all sports that became friends with it. One guy had a great idea. One great guy. One guy started it and then put 4 his very best friend, which is, you know, me, and then other guys that we put on. And then I put my cousin on the show because we all love sports and we're all good friends with it. Even though a certain person that's a midget that loves to bother me, I ain't going to mention his name. We ain't going to mention his name on the show because I love him to death. You know, but I realize, man, that we're coming to College Game Day. We do the picks, the jokes, the laughs. We have celebrity guests. We're basically the younger version of College Game Day without the pay and without the money. That's us. You know what I'm saying? I'm Lee Corso. I say it every time. My cousin's Desmond. Alex is Kirk. Chris is Bear. And David is like this celebrity guest once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Because and Adam's the host of the show. That's how much we love doing what we do. People would say, like, yo, a lot of people ask me, why you have a sports podcast? Because it's simple, my G. I love fucking sports. It's not that hard. Like, it's not a stupid answer. It's a stupid question. 6 guys that love sports equally. Been around the game, played it. Crap, we got at least over 1,000 years of sports experience between all of us. Right or wrong, fellas? Right or wrong?
Right.
Definitely right.
Definitely right.
Because I know you got 1,000 experience between me and myself. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Yeah, let's see. We played it. We either played it. We watched it. We played the video games, sports video games over here. We lived it. We breathed it. We sleep it. Heck, if I'm not doing the nasty with my, I can't say that. Am I allowed to say that for my heart attack? Heck, if I'm not having sex with my fiance, I'm watching sports.
Oh, Mike, I have one.
I mean, technically you're allowed to say yeah, but getting back to your point on College Game Day or about the broadcast.
Alex, interrupted him, dude. Alex, what are you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say, I think College Game Day, for the years to come, they should invest in having Scott Van Pelt on much more.
Oh, 100%, buddy. 100%. Adam, you had something to say, dog?
I don't really have much to say. I mean, you hit it spot on. I mean, I love again, I love I'm not the biggest like college football fan, but I've heard about how like great the college game day broadcasts are. I mean, they seem like they seem to make really great broadcasts because the things you mentioned, the energy and the passion they put into it. You want to expand on that a little bit, Michael?
Yeah,
About how good they are.
I'll let you get on in a sec, buddy. Give me this, okay, buddy? I'll let you get on in a sec, David. Hold up. I believe because they all talk about why they love the sports. It could be like how LaFrenzo Ellis for the college for like college basketball. They had Jay Williams, they have Jay Bilas. It's like amazing how it gets better every sport for every sport because it makes college kids and adults bond together more. You know what I mean? That's why college game is always amazing to watch. You know what city you're going to be in. You know what college is going to be on. For example, I went to a couple of college game days parties, and they're freaking lit crazy. It's like the big tailgate before the big game. It's like the homecoming, basically. When Rutgers had their college game days, hell, me and Alex went to a college game day, and it was awesome.
But speaking of college game day, I got to go to one in Philly for Notre Dame Temple.
And who's with you for that one?
Michael Cunningham.
Damn right. All right, David, what you got to say, brother?
I was going to mention college game day and college football. I just want to mention that I always watch college game day like once in a while, but I love being Penn State football fan.
David, you're telling us something we know, brother. We know you're a big Penn State fan.
I want to throw that out to the listeners of this podcast. Thank you very much.
No problem, Shorty. So you know, I consider myself to be the Lee Corso of the podcast because my picks are always hilarious and you know, and I always bring the heat for our bets of the week. I consider myself the Lee Corso of the group. Alex considers himself the Kirk of the group. My cousin considers himself Desmond of the group. And Alex, who's the host of College Game Day?
It's Reese Davis.
I consider Adam Reese Davis. And there's four of them, right? There's four. And I consider Chris Bear because he knows all the picks and stuff. You know, and I consider myself Lee Corso because Lee Corso is freaking hilarious. So that's enough of my hot take for this episode. And for the later episode, I'm going to talk about why. Who knows what my hot take was?
No spoilers, Michael. No spoilers. Who knows what the future of Mike's hot take will be? But
hot takes
Michael, like we thank you for your hot take. A great hot take as always. So you are now, I believe, 12 for 13 with your hot takes.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. No applause. No applause.
All right. So now we're going to move on to I ranted about the Yankees earlier, so now we're going to talk about the rest of Major League Baseball and Chris, I wanted to give you the floor here for a second. Talk about your Kansas City Royals off to a hot start, I believe.
Chris has been waiting patiently to talk about his baseball.
I've been ready.
Chris, this is your moment,
Chris,
baby.
The floor is yours.
Let's go. So yeah, I mean, it's been a fun start. 9-5 on top of the American League. I mean, honestly, we haven't even played our best baseball. We've been up and down, both the pitching and the hitting. We've won a couple low-scoring games, and we've had a couple outbursts from our stars like Whit Merrifield and Salvador Perez. But it's been kind of been a roller coaster of a season. We've had a couple like rain delays, so one game was canceled, and then we had the doubleheader yesterday against the Blue Jays that we found a way to split even without playing good baseball. And I feel like that's something we've done. We found a way to win some of these games when we haven't had our best stuff on either side, like the pitching and the hitting. I want to shout out to Salvador Perez specifically because he's been absolutely unreal this week. And if he doesn't win AL Player of the Week, I'm going to riot because that would be a joke. He has been insane. So this week, Salvi went 4 for 4 on Monday, in which he got a 1,000th career hit. On Tuesday, he walked off the game by picking off a runner. On Wednesday, he had a double and a go-ahead home run. And then Friday night in the second game of the doubleheader, he hit a walk-off 2-run bomb. Or maybe a solo bomb. I don't remember. Walk-off home run in the doubleheader. And then today, he hit the go-ahead 2-run home run in a game that we just really struggled. It was a 0-0 game, and he just crushed that ball. And he's been really – and, like, his hitting has been fantastic this week. Behind the plate, he's one of the best in the game. And the ups and downs for our team – we had Michael Taylor go after a hot start, which really helped us. The rest of the lineup has been up and down outside of Witt. They've all produced in some big moments, but Salvador Perez, when he's on, he's as good as any catcher in the game. And he's been that way.
Salvador Perez Salvador Perez is a stud, and it's good to see the Royals get off to this off start. But similar to how we shouldn't overreact to the Yankees start. I don't think we should overreact to Kansas City because here's the one problem I have with Kansas City. They're in a tough division, man. I mean, you got let's look at their competing. You got the Chicago White Sox, who could win the American League pennant this year. You got the Minnesota Twins, who are a great regular season team. Postseason, not so much, but regular season they're a great team. You can't rule out the Cleveland Indians. Those are three really good teams right off the bat that Kansas City has to compete with.
Definitely.
So I definitely that's the one
I definitely agree with that. But I kind of talked about, we haven't played great baseball. We played 2 games against both those teams, and we found a way to split. But we found a way to go 1-1 on the road against both those teams.
And that's gonna be a thing,
which is that you just got to find a way, even when you're struggling, to split series or at least get a game in spots like that.
That's the thing. If they could keep on splitting and still hanging in tight with them, with those kind of teams, then who knows what can happen. But
winning a couple games like that to start the season will really help, because if they're going to be in the playoff picture, it's going to be super, super close.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be really good. So we're definitely gonna have to look forward. We're gonna have to keep a close eye on the AL Central. Definitely. So moving on. Alex, David, you want to talk about the Phillies for a bit? They're right now in second place in the NL East.
Oh God, do we have to?
Yes, Michael, we have to.
Aaron Noda is a terrific pitcher. I mean, he is balling, and he is spot on with his pitches. He's killing it right now, and I love watching him. Also, hats out to Bryce Harper hitting a bomb second deck today, and that was awesome to see. Even though he had some back issues, it's good to see him getting the ball on the bat and getting contact during his at-bats.
Yeah, and again, Phillies have gone off to a great start, but similar to the Kansas City Royals, the one problem is that it's just the division they're in. You got the Mets, who are off to a even better start. They're in first place in the division. We'll get to the Mets. We'll definitely get to the Mets in a little bit, but again, you're competing with them. The Braves, in my opinion, and even though the Braves are only a game back behind the Phillies, so they're on the tail. Again, there's just so much. I mean, you can't completely rule out the Marlins. You can't completely rule out the Marlins. There's a team that could cause some damage if you sleep on them. So it's just when you consider the division, we consider the division the Phillies are in, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough for them, I think. David, you wanted to go?
So I heard Bryce got 3 hits in a game, and they won just because Aaron Nola had a complete shutout to get a win. He's the first ever who can do it. And he got his first Gatorade rain in the dugout. Like, I was actually impressed just because it's been a while that we had a pitcher who had a complete game, but it's good to see a starter like him who can do it. Overall, I like the game.
Yeah. I mean, definitely make some great points there, David. About the Phillies. And obviously, right now in first place in the entire America, not in the National League, is the Dodgers. And here's the difference: Dodgers, and here's the difference between the Dodgers and the Yankees. Both, like the Dodgers, we all know, like both teams are very talented. Like best thing, the Dodgers right now they're playing up to the level of talent. They're 13th through our season, and like they're taking care of business like on the baseball field. Like, and it just proves like you could be like as great on paper as you want. You need to start producing on the field, and that's what we need, and that's what the Yankees have failed to do so far. And until they start doing it, like I'm not like again, I'm gonna like really I can't really talk as an Yankees. I can't really talk about them like making a World Series run anymore until like they get their shit together. You know what I mean? I mean they need to start like enough with like older people. They need to start producing on the field. But we're gonna talk a little bit of Mets for a couple of minutes. Marcellus, what are your thoughts on the Mets so far? You're a big Mets fan. You gotta feel happy. I mean, aside from like the usual Nets failing to give Jacob DeGrom any run support that we've been seeing for the past, God knows how long. Like, yeah, it's feel good about the Mets so far, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. Saw his last outing, he had like 14 strikeouts, man.
I mean, DeGrom is just
striked out like 9 baggers in a row. It's crazy. Crazy to think about, man.
I obviously love Garrett Cole. I mean, there's no comparison between him and Jacob DeGrom. Jacob DeGrom is clearly the best pitcher in baseball, and I don't even think it's close. No one else is really on his tier.
Garrett Cole is fantastic too.
I mean, Cole's fantastic,
yeah,
but
of course.
DeGrom's just on another level.
DeGrom is on another level. But we just need Lindor to wake up. That's the problem, man.
Yeah, what's Lindor's numbers on our season so far? I haven't checked.
I don't know. I think he's only batting like 176, man. He's not really doing much.
Bad?
He's not really doing much at all.
I've heard the lineup has struggled, but they're seriously the Mets are still 7-4. They're still like at the top of the National League East, so they're still finding ways to win games. That's like you have to be encouraged. Francisco Lindor right now is hitting 189, on base percentage of 340, slugging percentage of 216. So yeah, he's definitely off to a cold start. But as I said before, with a lot of the Yankee series, I think eventually Francisco Lindor's bat is going to heat up. You expect his bat to heat up.
Oh, for sure.
Because baseball players, like this happens all the time. Baseball players go through.
Yeah.
The difference between between like a basketball player and a baseball player. A basketball player, is like. Michael, it's LeBron James, Kevin Durant. They're all gonna go out there and score like double-digit points tonight. Like you could pencil them in to like have like at the very least a really good game. Like baseball players on the other hand, they could go. Even the best like players on the planet could go like 2 weeks. Like they could go 2 weeks like not producing. Like that's the difference. That's
different from baseball because in basketball. Not producing, you can still average 20 points and not produce as a star. You know what I mean? Because that's not. It's not like you could go like producing in baseball. You could have 2 hits if you're like DJ MMA. That's not producing. I mean, you should be heading like three hits a game at most. You know what I mean? In basketball, 20 points isn't for a superstar. If Braun is giving 20 points a game. That's a career low for him. His career low was here when he averaged 22 points. If Michael Jordan, who never averaged less than 30 points in his career, in his later years with the Wizards. I don't count that as his basketball year. You know what I mean? He wasn't Jordan. He wasn't unstoppable. But Jordan was unstoppable from 1984 to 2000 to 1999 as the most dominant player in the NBA, and probably still the greatest of all, the GOAT, the greatest, whatever. That's cutting it for me. It's like Jordan scoring at least 30 or more. For baseball, like Aaron Judge at least hitting 2 home runs a game. Like the words of sports. Every kid's dream, if they're a big sports fan, we dreamed of going to the pro, making money, winning championships. Those are 3 things we want.
Yeah, definitely. But my point is, Michael, is that basketball players, like, you rarely ever see like the elite basketball players like go through slumps. And baseball, like, even like the most elite baseball players can go like 2 weeks, like could go into a slump for a bit. Like that's the point. That's the point I was trying to make. Like, so I definitely think if you're a Mets fan, you have to be happy about where the team is going. Like again, they're still like, I mean, they're still I definitely expect the lineup to heat up. If I'm a Mets fan, I'd be happy with the way things are going. If I were a Mets fan, you agree there, Marcellus?
I agree, and I'll tell you why I agree. Because we beat Alex's Phillies twice.
Ooh.
Actually, I'm sorry. Was it twice or was it 3 times, Alex?
Oh. Alex, how are you gonna respond to that?
It's way too early.
A win is still a win, bro. A win is still a win.
A win's a win, man. Win's a win.
If I got root for the Mets, so Alex shut up and not talk for 3 days. Peace in my ears. Now, here's the thing about Alex. Alex is the biggest sore loser when it comes to, like, when he wins, he is a sore winner.
That's right.
When he loses, he won't shut up.
All I can say is, let's go Cubs on Tuesday.
Against the Mets or
against the Mets?
When's Philly's next game, Alex?
Tomorrow.
Who you guys play?
San Francisco.
Oh, you guys should win
Go
that.
Giants.
Yeah, you guys should win that. I want to say go Giants, but you guys should win that.
The Phillies
yeah, they definitely should win that.
Yeah, you guys should win that.
Coming back.
Yeah.
David, you have a question as usual. Yeah, you just had your hand up. I thought you had your hand up. Okay.
I did. I was going to mention Gabe Kapler is the manager for the Giants, but I don't really care about that. But I'm just saying that because he didn't do anything with the Phillies. But oh well.
All right. So we are anyone have any final baseball thoughts that get them out there? Like I'm assuming not. So we're running a little bit low on time. So you guys know what time it is. Everyone's favorite segue of the show. Bets of the episode. I always call it bets of the week. Sometimes I say bets. I actually call it bets of the episode. So to recap last week, I got to place 2 bets, and I once again got one of them was an NA. I had the White Sox over the Red Sox. That game got postponed, so I get an NA for that one. My other bet, however, I had the Grizzlies over the Bulls on the spread -4. Grizzlies covered that, so I got some points. I got 9.09 points. All right, so Chris keeps on his hot streak. He had the Phillies over the Cardinals. Phillies beat the Cardinals, so he gets 6.94 points. Alex had the Jazz over the Pacers. That was a pretty easy one. He got that fairly easily 2.38 points he adds to his total. David had two bets because once again he had an NA from the previous episode. So he had 2 bets. He had the Nets over the Hornets on the money line. He got that one. He got 1 point. He had the Bruins over the Islanders on the money line as well. Guess what? Bruins won. He got 8.4 points. So David won both of his bets. Marcellus had 2 bets as well. He had Russell Westbrook getting a triple-double. Guess what, Marcellus? Russell Westbrook was 1 assist away from a triple double, but guess what?
Man.
He only had 9 assists. That means you lose your bet by
You're
1
kidding.
assist.
Oh,
But
you
You're
so
got
kidding.
good that game too.
Like, it was
You're
one.
kidding.
He was dominant that game.
That's
too.
crazy.
Yeah, so I'm sorry.
Wow.
So,
But the Nets
come
won
on,
though. The
Adam.
Nets won. The Nets won. I had the Nets beating the
next
Hornets.
one. The next one. So
Yeah, I had
you
that.
won that one. You get 1 point in the standings. And Michael, we're giving you an NA because he had the Trailblazers over the Spurs and Damian Lillard to score 25 same game parlay. Damian Lillard did not play that game, so we're giving Michael an NA for that one. So he will be taking.
I was robbed.
So you're so. All right, so that means myself, Michael, and Marcellus will all be picking twice this week. So quickly go over the standings. Chris is in first place, 7-5, 63.18 points. Darius in second place, 7-5, 58.56 points. Michael's in third place, 48.82 points. I'm in fourth place, 5-6 record, 46.03 points. Alex is in fifth place, 6-6 record, 39.07 points, and Marcellus is 5-6 record. We decided since Marcellus was so behind in the totals, we're gonna give you a gift, Marcellus. Aside to since I gave everyone since to balance out the point score in the beginning before we introduced this point score system, I gave everyone 10 points for a win to start, and Marcellus never got that kind of boost, so I decided to boost him a little to double his point score from the previous week. So now Marcellus is at 35.36 points.
Thank you. I needed that.
All right, all right. Just to even the playing ground a little bit. So I'm gonna go first, and you know what? I'm heading right back to I'm going right back to the same bad place last week. I am taking the White Sox over the Red Sox on the money line in the game they're playing tomorrow. So I'm heading right back to that bet. I'm just taking the great value of picking. Red Sox are a hot team right now, but I just believe the White Sox are the overall better team. But so that's my first bet. My second bet is the Warriors 76ers game tomorrow. I am taking Stephen Curry on the over. Have you guys seen the way Steph Curry's performed lately? Ever since he returned from injury, the guy has just been like the guy has scored at least 30 points in every single one of his games. He's like
he has like 36 threes right now. Like that's most of the teams in the NBA. That's crazy.
He scored at least 30 points in every single game since this return. So I think that trend will continue tonight. I definitely think I don't know what the over is for Stephen Curry on points, but whatever it is against the 76ers, I am taking the over on that. So
is he playing?
Two bets.
I saw he got hurt.
He is game time decision.
Yeah, he got hurt last game.
Wait, he got hurt?
Game time decision.
Yeah, he rolled his ankle.
Oh, so it's game time decision. Oh,
Adam, don't take it.
Yeah, I want to take it.
I might have to change it. I might have to change it. So
I will wait if I were you, Adam.
Yeah,
Adam, keep it for standby. Keep it for standby.
I'm gonna put that on standby for now.
Game time decision. That's what you gotta do.
So what's your other bet, buddy?
I already said White Sox over Red Sox.
What's your second bet? The Curry bet. Okay.
Oh, my second bet. I'll think of my second bet later. I'll think of it later. So Chris, you want to go now?
Yeah, I can go.
All right. So you go in the meantime while I think of my next bet.
Sweet. So I'm going to go with San Diego Padres over the Brewers tomorrow night on the money line.
I like it. Like a kind of like a safe bet. I mean, Padres are at home. I mean, you definitely expect them to win that game.
Definitely could be a good game too.
Yeah, I definitely think that. So all right, Alex, you want to go next?
Yep. I am going to go with Joel Embiid with the over for how much points he has.
Ooh, I gotta tell you, I really like that bet. Alex.
Interesting.
I like that one.
I could go next after.
Well, you're picking twice, Marcellus. So
Okay.
David, you go.
I picked Jazz over the Lakers.
David, you fool.
Nope. I made my decision.
All right. We're not gonna argue. So you're taking the Jazz over the Lakers.
You can't sleep on Utah. That's the saying.
All right, so you know what? I'm thinking I'm gonna play. I think I've made up my mind of what I'm gonna bet. I might make another baseball bet. I'm feeling a little risky right now. I'm gonna take the Seattle Mariners over the Dodgers on the money line.
I actually almost did that as well. I wanted to get a little dangerous,
because Justice Sheffield is on the mound for the
Mariners.
Mariners. I definitely think the Mariners are off to a nice. I think Justice Sheffield's gonna have a big game. He played great last year, so I just really like the bat out there. It's definitely like a risky bet, but I just think like there's so much reward there that I just really can't really pass it up. So, all right, Marcellus, you're up.
My first bet, I'm gonna go Russell Westbrook triple double against OKC, his former team. I think he gets it tomorrow.
Marcellus going right back to Russell Westbrook getting a triple double.
I think he gets it tomorrow. I have a good feeling about it.
Marcellus, I get a feeling you like Russell Westbrook.
Hey, he's triple double king, man.
All right,
it's amazing to see.
All right, so I'll definitely mark that down. And what's your second bet?
I got the Boston Celtics over the Chicago Bulls money line.
All right, I like it. Again, kind of like a safe bet. So so you're following up a risky bet with a safe bet. I like that a lot. So last but not least, he always brings heat. Big Money Mike, you get two bets this episode.
All right, Adam, for my first bet, I'm gonna go with the Celtics over the Bulls, but I'm gonna have Jason Tatum scoring 25 points or more.
So you're doing another same game parlay?
Yeah, I'm gonna have Jason Tatum scoring 25 points.
All right, I'll mark that down.
And my other bet, you know what? We've been having when I picked the Knicks, I'm 1-1 against. I'm 1-1 with them. My first win with them was when I went head to head in the group chat, in the Zoom on our show. I went head to head with a Memphis Grizzlies fan.
Yeah. Wait, let me have to do there, Michael. Just a question: did you pick G6 teams to score how many points again?
25 points or more. 20 points.
20?
20 or more.
All right, got it. Just want to make sure, but continue.
My last Knicks bet, I won it because a certain person challenged me to a Knicks bet. He was a Memphis Grizzlies fan. I'm not going to say the dude's name because he knows what I'm talking about. He's probably getting sick and tired of me always bringing this up every time I bring it up. It's strictly business, Adam. You know what I'm saying? Adam, what's my record, baby? What's my record?
Your record is you're 5-6, 48.82 points.
You know what, Adam? Mm-hmm. We're gonna keep this in. You know what? I was thinking about picking the Knicks. Maybe I was. Maybe hell, we go with New York Knicks over the Hornets money line, baby. I'm feeling lucky. I'm wearing my unlucky underwear. It's my favorite holiday on April 20th. Heck, we are winning, Adam. We are winning at the Garden. There's no way we're losing at MSG. LaMelo Ball is out, but the Knicks will step up. Julius Randle will step up. RJ Barrett will step up. Derrick Rose has been playing phenomenal. Adam, we're staying in Knick country.
Nice.
New York Knicks money line, baby.
All right.
Can you dig it?
All right. Michael's got the Knicks over on the money line, and he's got the Celtics and Jason Tatum to score over 20 in a same game parlay. So that's it for our bets for this episode, and that does it for this episode in general. Any final thoughts?
Go Royals.
There you go, Royals. And Chris, we're definitely gonna miss you these next two episodes, but we hope we have a great time I'm with your friend, and we're definitely looking forward to hearing back from you. 2 episodes from now.
2 weeks from
Definitely.
3 episodes. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Definitely. Hopefully, we're talking more. Hopefully, the Royals will keep on winning during this time. We have some.
Hopefully, we'll be talking here a couple of weeks now. And the Royals have still been playing this great baseball. So that's it. This has been. Go ahead,
Chris. Let's go Tampa Bay.
Okay. Cut the show.
Cut it. This has been episode 13 of the Game On podcast with George Julie, Adam Grassani, Michael Cunningham, Alex Reich, David Heller, Chris Kern, and Marcellus Murdock. If you like what you heard, leave a like or follow or subscribe to the podcast. Also, if you want to join the conversation, drop a comment or review, and we may feature it in a future episode of my friends. Don't assume your juice is just fancy. If you can imagine our world, believe in it, and dive in. See you next time, and until then, stay lit.
And we're out.